Welcome to day 3 of Join at Home, where we'll learn all about modeling and administration. I'm Carrie.
And I'm Mary. A strong Looker foundation to build upon makes the success with data possible.
Joining us from Seattle, here's Adam Wilson to tell us the latest on Looker's semantic data model.
Thank you, and hello. My name's Adam Wilson, and I'm a product manager on Looker at Google Cloud. Data teams around the world use Looker to democratize access to data and enable their organizations to make data-driven decisions every day at every level. Today's session is how Looker is evolving to meet the new needs of data teams. We'll cover what's new for modelers and give you a preview of our vision for the future. But first, I want to recognize the incredible achievement that we've made together as a community of Looker users. In a world that's changing faster than ever, agility and efficiency are paramount. We recently conducted a study with Forrester Consulting and found that collectively, you all have enabled your organizations to be 24% more productive with data workflows through Looker. We're excited to have been a small part of your journey as you build strong and pervasive data capabilities in your teams. We're also incredibly proud, not only for the results we're delivering in our organizations, but also for the recognition from analysts, including 4 years in a row of being recognized on the Gartner Magic Quadrant for Analytics and Business Intelligence Platforms. Together, we're also building a thriving community. Since the beginning of the year, we've seen a phenomenal growth of 130% in the size of the Looker community. I want to thank you for your contributions, the questions and the feedback, but also how you've come together to help each other and share your successes. As a product and engineering team, we take your feedback very seriously, and we build our roadmap to make you more successful. This past year, we've invested in major new capabilities around transformation and performance, directly from what we've heard from end users. Let's recap those today, and we'll start first with transformation. Business intelligence isn't a linear process, and oftentimes users have new questions. But historically, this has been hard to respond to in an agile way, because you need to go back to the raw data, reprocess it sometimes in new ways, stage it in different tables, update BI models, and build new reports and dashboards. And that took time and limited the ability to use analytics everywhere that you wanted to. Previously, Looker introduced a capability called Persistent Derived Tables, or PDTs, that dramatically improves the agility with which you can answer new questions. This puts the power of creating in-database transforms directly in the hands of Looker analysts, so that they can define new aggregations they want to perform on data and cause those to be persisted back into the data warehouse, and then build new analytics in Looker atop that, without having to work with other data teams or use multiple different tools. The adoption of persistent derived tables within the Looker user base is amazing. And we've heard from many of those customers that they want PDTs to work even better at scale. And that's what we've been delivering on this last year. One of the major capabilities is incremental PDTs. PDTs aggregate data over time. And so a common scenario is just to update the last slice of the PDT that has new data. And now that's possible. What this means is that end users can have fresher data because it doesn't need to rebuild the entire PDT, just the last slice. And it also reduces load on your underlying data warehouse. Another investment has been around the capabilities for building PDTs in Looker's integrated development environment. And here we've added a quality of life feature that allows you to understand whether a PDT has been built before you deploy changes to your model to all of your end users. This ensures that they're going to get an uninterrupted analytical experience without any hiccups because the data isn't yet processed. Additionally, coming soon, we're working on a new view to help you to visualize the dependencies between your PDTs. Because often, one PDT can be used by another to do further processing and used by another. And by knowing these dependencies, not only can you understand the data lineage in your system, but you can also do impact analysis to understand whether changes to certain PDTs will have downstream impact in other parts of your system. Perhaps the most important feature in any BI system is performance. And this is an area that we've heard is very important to you and that we've been making major improvements. The first is around streaming. Looker can be used for extracting large volumes of data from a data warehouse. For example, sending it to other systems or doing bulk exports to CSVs. We've implemented an all-new streaming pipeline that is 20 to 40 times faster for large downloads. We're also working on a new version of our query engine that is used to generate the SQL used by each Looker interaction. That new query engine we expect will have a major reduction in the overhead for executing queries, making it between 5 and 25x better in our early testing. This is something that's coming soon, and we'll be rolling it out gradually to our user base. Looker dashboards are perfect for interactive exploration, with cross-filtering and highlighting that allow you to explore your data. Similarly, BigQuery's BI engine is an in-memory columnar store that is similarly optimized for those sorts of interactive queries. Since we have many users of BigQuery that also use Looker, we've been working to make those systems work better together. In particular, we've focused on the SQL generation so that it's optimized for BI engine. On some representative customer workloads, we've been able to see a 7x improvement in the amount of time it takes to load complex dashboards, and a reduction by 90% of the consumption on BigQuery. These are features that will be released incrementally over time, but we expect that they'll make the performance of BigQuery and Looker much better together. Now I'd like to talk a little bit about our vision for the future with Looker, and introduce a new concept, Looker's Universal Semantic Model. Organizations today are generating an ever-increasing amount of data fueled by pervasive digital transformation. But there's a real gap between having the data and achieving data-driven decisions at every level of the organization every day. And a key reason for that is that the current tools are too complex for non-technical users without specialized skills. Bain & Company identified the access to talent and analytics capability as a key factor in organizations not realizing their innovation through analytics. We need a fundamental change. What if every user in your organization could make informed, data-driven decisions on their own? At Looker, our mission is to connect everyone in your organization with the most critical data. But to reach all users, regardless of whether they have specialized skills or not, we need to meet users where they are, in the tools they're familiar with. Looker today is a complete BI offering, including built-in modern BI. And this is powered by our semantic model, which provides trusted access to governed metrics. Today we're announcing that this semantic model is now the universal semantic model and can provide those same trusted metrics to a variety of other tools that users are using today. First, I want to talk about Looker and Connected Sheets. This capability allows users to interactively explore their governed Looker data directly from a familiar spreadsheet interface in Google Sheets. Users will be able to discover and find any of the Looker models that they have access to. Once they've done that, they'll be able to build a pivot table and slice and dice and find the insights in their data. They can use all of the familiar spreadsheet tools, from conditional formatting to formulas to charts, just the same way they would with any spreadsheet. And because Sheets is part of the Workspace suite, it doesn't just stop in the spreadsheet. You can take a chart and paste that into a chat, or you can paste it into a slide deck. Gone are the days of analysts spending hours copying and pasting charts for monthly review meetings. Now, those charts are live connected back to the data in Looker. So with a simple refresh, you can now control getting the latest data in your presentations. For your existing Looker dashboards, you can also embed those into slides. With one click, you can choose a Looker dashboard and have that embedded directly inside of a slide presentation. Again, you can refresh it to have that consistent view of data that's easy to update. Beyond Google Workspace, we're building new connectors that we call Governed BI connectors that allow you to take Looker data and explore it in self-service business intelligence tools that might already be present in your organization. We're going to do this for Google Data Studio, Microsoft Power BI, and Tableau. These are going to use the same constant metrics that are defined inside of Looker and have the same enterprise-grade security. So you're not creating separate extracts, but more allowing exploration in these tools with the same centralized security you've defined in your Looker model. All of these uses of the Universal Semantic Model are powered by the same capabilities you're used to in Looker. The standard metrics that you define are now used in Looker dashboards, in Workspace, and in third-party BI tools. Investments you've made in performance for Looker, like PDTs or aggregate awareness, now apply to the use in all of these different tools. The same development process you use to make your system robust and to ensure that you have reliable data now applies to all of these different end-user experiences. And finally, the enterprise scale and security that you're used to with Looker is now applied through all of these different tools. Altogether, we believe that the Universal Semantic Model makes it possible for organizations to get much more value out of Looker. And for end users, it gives them new possibilities to explore data in tools they're already familiar with. I'd like to thank you for spending time with me today to learn about what's new in Looker and our vision for the future. Enjoy the rest of your day.